The beauty of PR web is this can cost you some money, so I think the press releases, when they're SEO optimized, will range between, you know, kind of 250, I think they're around 250 bucks. You can get discounts sometimes, like if you sign up on their email list, sometimes you'll get coupons, and sometimes just during their slow season, which I think is the summer months, they'll give you these deals that are like, you can get 3 press releases for like the price of 1. So you might want to wait for those as well. But really good, and it's kind of like the blog commentating, where you write one press release and it gets syndicated across the web. There are a lot of websites out there that just syndicate PR web press releases. So this press release is going to show up, you know, 10,000 times, and all of those links are going to be pointing into your site. And this is something that Google continues to value in the search results. So really, really good example. Something else, and I'm going to caution you guys here, you don't want to go overboard. I think at some point this stuff is going to come under more scrutiny, because there are some people that take advantage of the system by just doing too many social profiles. They have, like, for one little 5-page website, they'll have 100 social profiles pointing in. They'll get all of the social profiles bookmarked like 500 times, and you have all these links pointing to your site. I wouldn't go that route, but what I am recommending is that you build out a few social profiles where it makes sense. On some of these kind of, and what I'm talking about here is sites other than Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. These are kind of the second-tier social networking type sites. And some examples are just Tumblr, LiveJournal, 350.com, Yola sites. Some of these things, the beauty of it is it's basically just another way to get some links to your site. By putting here again, kind of building into my caution, you really want to add value when you do something like this. And the question is, why would you put content on this when you could just put it on your site to begin with? So you really want to rationalize it in your mind and think through your strategy. But I think what a good example here is my pay-per-click dictionary. I decided to create this site on Tumblr because I found a need out there just to define terminology for people, and I didn't want to do this on my blog, because on my blog I tend to do really long posts, like 500 words, 700 words. These are kind of short, like 100-word definitions. I just didn't really think it made sense to put this on my blog, and I was thinking, well, where could I put it that would make it easy for me to upload it, would be easy for users to find it? I think Tumblr provides a really, really good platform, and the beauty is when I do these kind of updates, I'll put a link to my site within some of the, not all of them, you don't want to go overboard again, but within some of the posts and also just within my profile, I'll put some links to my site, and this is another effective way to build some inbound links to your site. Here's another thing. I put this in SEO, and it's really interesting. The reason I'm bringing this up is I think it's a platform that a lot of people haven't heard of, so I'm kind of switching gears here. We talk about link building. What I'm talking about now really is just a platform to build websites. Yes?
Sure. Before you go links, I was wondering
Absolutely.
what the impact of using link shorteners like Bitread would have on SEO.
You know, that's a really good question. What I have found with link shorteners is they don't affect citations. So if you're on like Twitter or Facebook, I oftentimes, or I most of the time use the link shorteners, because otherwise, especially on Twitter, you're not going to fit your update in the box. And Google and search engines are smart enough to follow that stuff these days. Now, as to having a link on an actual website linking to you, I would try to avoid the link shorteners. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to penalize you by using it, because I actually don't know if that's the case these days. But just from kind of the history of the way things have evolved, and just knowing it's always better to have the direct link, I would try to get that if possible. But you are right, the link shorteners are becoming much more popular, and moreover, they're a good way to track things. I like using stuff like Bitly, and there are even for bloggers, there's tools out there that you can, there's WordPress plugins that you can buy that you can make your own link shortener. And the beauty of this is, one, it makes the links look really good and short to the user. People like seeing that. But two, you can track everything about that link. You know, how many clicks it got, etc. So
it's great for A/B testing.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, good. What's A/B testing?
Yeah, so yeah, really good question. So A/B testing, there is basically when you're testing. I mean, you can A/B test many things. The two things that it really boils down to, kind of in online marketing, are ad copy and landing pages. So what most people, and for the purpose of this discussion, because probably most of the work that you're going to do when you're first building websites is SEO work, the beauty of A/B testing is you can use you basically send half your users to one landing page, half the users to another. You measure your conversion rate, and you can see which page outperforms. And if you keep iterating that process over time enough, you will squeeze more and more money out of your site. And this is actually a really, really important topic. And I can send out the PowerPoint from last time we talked about it a bit. Pay-per-click costs are going up. The cost of even getting organic traffic is going up because you need more links than you used to need, and it takes time and takes money to get links. Cost of online marketing is going up. You want to squeeze as much efficiency out of the users that you do get as you possibly can, and that's where it comes in really, really helpfully. So also wanted just to talk about this framework just really quickly. I'm really bringing this up just to point out that it's there. There's this new framework that I came across within the last year called epic.com. I own a lot of domain names. I own hundreds of domain names. I wanted to develop them very quickly. This is a platform that is kind of like WordPress, but is better for developing product-oriented sites. So if you're trying to sell products on the internet, just wanted to bring this up. It is an SEO-friendly solution. It's affordable, scalable. You can even upgrade it to a full e-commerce store. And if you're building a store, it might make sense to go with something like this rather than build it from the ground up yourself. I'm not saying that one or the other is better, but this is definitely something to consider, and that I've been able to build a lot of really great sites in the last year by using the scale of this platform. And it's definitely, it's been SEO friendly. Cool. So moving on to social media. We talked about kind of getting your likes earlier. Wanted to just talk about Facebook within the social media section as well, because there are a few quick wins other than just the advertising. And this kind of actually goes into the A/B testing and conversion rates and that type of stuff. You're paying for people one way or another to get to your Facebook page. You want to convert them as much as possible. And when I think of conversions, I really want to get them to like me, because then they're going to see me in their feed, they're going to come to my site. How do you do that? How can you optimize your page? One great way is by making a banner. So you can see on the left here, basically this banner, 200 by 600 is the maximum space that you're able to fill up. And what a lot of people do on their fan page is they just put a small picture. That's actually how I used to have it. I just had a small picture of myself. But what you can do with more real estate is you can start just occupying more space. You can make your page look better. You can put just information, how people can find you on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter. You can even encourage the like. I kind of do it down here. I say, please like me, and I'll teach you about online marketing. I've seen people get really aggressive on this stuff. What they'll do is they'll shift everything down, and they'll put like an arrow right here that goes to here. And then they encourage people to like you. So that's another way to do it. I didn't do it because I felt for my personal brand it kind of cheapened the brand. But who says the image can't change over time? So you can test both of them. It's a great option. We talked about citations. We talked about new email. I think the only other thing that I haven't done yet that is kind of in my queue that I'm excited about is Facebook offers an easy way via this Facebook markup language where you can create custom content for your landing page. Right now I just have this defaulting to my wall. But if you use the Facebook markup language, you can actually create different tabs up here and populate them with whatever you want, whether it be videos, whether it be a landing page that captures a lead, whether you're selling something. I've seen everything. But what I would recommend, it's pretty easy, and you can hire agencies to do this for pretty cheap, usually a few $100, is create like a custom landing page. It might have an arrow pointing up to like and saying like, if you like me, you'll get this free white paper, or you get something for free. People love an incentive, and just another way to improve the conversion rates on your fan page. Cool. So we were talking about Twitter earlier, and this is something that I can't imagine living without. I don't know if you guys have heard of this software called TweetAdder. It's very cheap. I think I paid like $50 for this. And once you buy it one time, they'll give you all the free upgrades over the years. I think I've been using this since like 09, 08. And what this TweetAdder basically does is it kind of automates the manual work of getting Twitter followers in a very, very good way. I mean, it basically does what I was doing manually before. And this kind of goes back to the search marketing automation, like using tools can help you with your paid search efforts. Same concept.